Guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I will be showing you how to link your digital planners to your Google and Apple calendars. So this is a highly requested video, and whether you're a digital planner creator or you just create planners for yourself, I think this trick comes in very handy because it makes life so much easier when you're able to just click on a link and be redirected to your calendars and be able to add your events right away. So if you're a digital planner creator, I think this will up your game in digital planning, and I think your customers would love it because this has been very highly requested for a long time now, and I think it's a great addition to any digital planner. Now, I searched high and low to figure out how to do this, and there's really no resources or information or guides or anything out there on how to do this. So I wanted to be sure to make this video so that I can help you if you're trying to figure out how to do it on your own. So that way you don't have to spend countless hours like I did. So in this video, I will specifically be showing you how to link to an exact date. So for example, if your planner has a date, you can click on it and then it'll be redirected to your Google or Apple calendar right on that exact date. I will not be going over how to link to specific times just because this video would be super long, and I currently don't offer that either on my planner, so it's not something that I have really honed in on and figured out on my own. I have an idea, but I don't want to teach you something that I'm not 100% sure about. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright you guys, so I'm going to start off by showing you how to create links for Apple Calendar. You will need some sort of Apple device in order to create a shortcut. You need the shortcut app, so make sure you have that installed. So I'm going to click on it, and as you can see here, I have some shortcuts created. This is the one I currently have for my planner that I recently put out, and I will actually show you what it looks like. As you can see here, this right now probably looks super confusing to you, but I promise you by the end of this video you will understand what this means and you will be able to recreate it on your own. So I'm actually gonna recreate it so that you can sort of get an idea of how this works. So the first thing you want to do is create a new shortcut. So you're going to click on this little plus sign up here, and then you want to name your shortcut. I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to call it test video. So I'm just going to call it that, but you want to call it whatever you want to call it for your digital planner. So for example, the one I have set up for my personal digital planner that I sell is called Creatively Claudia, which is my brand. So you might want to title it your brand, and you can also change the little logo right here, and you can change the color and the icon to whatever it is you want to do. So for example, I would set it to pink and maybe add see, iPad. So they have an iPad. So let's say I want to keep it like that. So you can change the icon right there. So right now we're creating like a little formula, and that formula is basically communication between your device and the app. So we kind of want it to tell, when I click this link, I want this to happen. So we need to create those actions. So we're going to add actions here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on open app, and then you're going to change this right here to say good notes. Now your customer will be able to change this. We're just going to add good notes right now. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add text. So let's go to text right here. Now we're going to click on that, and we need to select a variable. So we're going to click on shortcut input right here. All right, so now once we select shortcut input, this little thing is going to appear at the very top. So now we need to select a variable. So we want to change this to say receive text. So we're going to take these off. We're just going to keep the text because we want it to be able to read the text. So we can keep text, rich text, and let's keep dates as well. And then you click done. So we wanted to receive the text input from nowhere. We're going to keep this as nowhere. And then if there's no input, continue. We're going to leave it like that. So the next step, we're going to be using a scripting action. So we're going to go right here, and we're going to look for if. you're gonna tell it, if this happens, then this will happen. Now, this may seem like a lot, but keep in mind that all of this is a formula that the Shortcuts app reads extremely quickly, and it all happens within seconds. Now, I know it's super confusing, and honestly, it was super confusing to me at first, but if you need to watch this multiple times, then feel free to do so. So, if text, so we need to change this. We're gonna change to the condition to begins with. This is a part that will be the link when you add it to your planner. For example, mine starts with a dash. So this is the way your iPad communicates with the shortcuts and is able to complete an action. So we're gonna change text to whatever you want to add at the beginning of your link for this action. For example, you can choose A. So I can choose just A like that, and let's just add a little dash. I'm gonna have my link begin with a dash. That is gonna let the iPad know that when I click on that link, and if the link starts with this, then something's gonna happen, which we're gonna continue adding as we move on. But I'm gonna show you the link really quick so that you can see what it looks like and what I'm talking about. I have my link set up right here as little buttons. So if you can see, when I click on this, it pops up saying an external link is going to open. This is what your link is going to look like, and I'm going to go more into that as we get more into this video. But you see mine starts with a dash. So that is the part that we're going over right now. So whatever you want your link to start with, that's what you're going to add right now. So now you want to let your shortcut know what to do with this link you create. We wanted to grab the date we included in the link, so we want to split the text first. So what you're gonna do is choose split text. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna look for split text. So when you chose this, it ended up right here. We wanna move this to go right below this one. I wanted to split text by custom. So we're gonna change this. Instead of new lines, we're gonna change it to custom. Right here, we're going to add whatever you chose your if text begins with. So here I chose if text begins with a dash. So now we want to split it with a dash. We're gonna choose a dash. So this is letting it know that we want it to split the text so that it only reads the part that comes after this. Once the system has separated the text, we want it to grab the dates that are in the second part of the split text, which will be able to open up the correct calendar in the Apple Calendar. So now we're gonna choose get dates from input. So we're gonna look that up. Get dates from input right here. It added it to the bottom, so we gotta move this up. So we moved it up, and now you can see that it automatically changed it to split text. Now, if you will be adding multiple actions to this shortcut, I recommend you change the variable name so that it doesn't get confusing as you start adding more actions. You can do this by clicking on split text and typing it in the variable name. So I want to add variable name is going to be split text A, like how I wrote it. So split text A dash. All right, so there we go. So now I don't get confused. This is if you decide to add more actions later on. Now today's video is just showing you how to link to your Apple Calendar and Google Calendar on the specific days. So if you wanted to add more actions, like, okay, now I wanted to create links for specific times, etc. So then you will be creating more actions, and writing a different variable name can help you not get those confused. So that's what that's for. But if you're only going to be creating one action, which is the one I'm showing you today, then you really don't have to do this because it won't get confusing. Next, you have to choose add new event. So we're going to look up here and we're going to go to add new event right here. Now we're going to move it under get dates because it always ends up at the bottom. Now we're going to leave add title blank because this is where the person will type in the event name. We're going to change it from tomorrow at noon to tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're going to change that to say from dates to dates. And you can change the variable name again. So here I would say dates A to dates A. Hopefully this isn't too confusing, but I know I was very confused at first, so I had to go over it a few times. Next, we wanted to open calendar. So we're gonna choose open app. So open app right here. And we wanted to open calendar. So we're gonna change this app to say calendar. So open calendar, we're gonna move it right there. Now we're gonna put open in calendar. Open in calendar. Now don't move this up yet. Click the if result and tap clear variable. Now tap event and change it to dates option. So here's this one. This is the one I want to change it to. So we're gonna move that right there. Now you can delete the otherwise thing. You don't need that. And then just leave end if. So now you've ended the if statement. So this is the shortcut that you need to create to get the dates. Now we are going to go into the links and basically what you need to tell your customers to do if they want to use this. So again, let me go through this really quick. So basically you're telling your shortcut to open GoodNotes, but your customer will be able to choose whatever app they use, and I'll show you how in just a minute. And then we're going to tell the app to basically grab the text from the shortcut input, which we decided to make be just the text. So that's telling the shortcut to read the text. So, and then if text begins with A, which is our link that we're going to create, then I want you to split the text from this part to the dates from the other split part. And then I want you to add these dates and open them in calendar. So that is how the shortcut is reading this whole thing. Now the shortcut, the app does this in seconds, like super fast. It just seems like a lot. The shortcut will open the calendar, and then I want you to open these dates that you just read in calendar. And that is how it pops up, and there we go. Now you've created a shortcut you can add to your planner. Now it's time to put it into action. You can do this by going to wherever it is that you add links to your planner. In my case, I use Adobe Acrobat. I will be adding this link to the dates on my weekly spread, which is what I did. I'm on June 25th of 2023. Now, you will have to go through all your dates and add these links one by one, which sucks, but honestly, it's so worth it in my opinion. What you're gonna do is your link is gonna look like this. So please screenshot this or write it down. You can pause the video. So your shortcut will look like this. Shortcuts : -- run -- shortcut -- name equals. So your equals, after equals, I wrote creatively Claudia. Yours is going to say whatever it is that you called your shortcut right up here once you've created it. So in this case, it would be test video if I were creating this one right now. So that's what mine would say, but it's creatively Claudia because that's what it is. And then write and input equals a dash. So a dash is because that is what I created my link to start with. So whatever it is that you created right here, if text begins with whatever, that is what you're going to want to add. So this is my official shortcut. So you see how mine starts with a dash. So that is what you want your link to start with here. So all of this will look pretty much the same, except you're going to have to change the name right here to say whatever shortcut name you have. And then and input, you will add that part too, and input equals, and then whatever it is that you started it with. So mine says a dash. And then here you can see that I added the date right here. So 06/25/2023. So this is the link I created for this date. So that's the shortcut link right here. And so now the shortcut is it's splitting this part of the text, the a dash, with the other part, and it's reading the date, and that's how it opens up the calendar. So as you can see here, if I click yes, it's gonna pop up with June 25th right here, and I can quickly add the date and add it, and it just pops up by itself. And that's how you do it. Now, I want to go into another part that you have to do here in order for your customer or yourself to actually be able to change the good notes part if they don't use good notes. So you're going to want to go to the information icon right here, and then you're going to go to setup. So you're going to want to add a new question, and then in open app right here, you're going to do tap to choose, and then you're going to write a question here. So from here, you want to add a question that your customer will read once they install your shortcut. So for example, you can write a question like, which app will you be using? All right. And then you can put in a default answer if you want, or you can just leave it blank. I chose to add my default for good notes. And then of course, if they don't have good notes, I cannot. Okay. And if they don't have good notes, they can always change this. This is at the beginning when they're setting up their shortcut. It makes it super easy for them to just be able to choose their app. So once they choose an app, if they choose, let's say, Zoto or Note Shelf or something like that, then instead of saying good notes here, it'll actually change it to say whatever app it is that they have. So that's how that works. I tested it myself, and that's how that works. Now, to share your shortcut, you want to make sure that you tell them what they need to do. So in order to share your shortcut, let's go back to shortcuts. You're going to want to go to share right here. And then you're going to copy your iCloud link. So once you copy the iCloud link, that is the link that they will click on so that they can install the shortcut. For someone to receive the shortcut, what you need to tell the customer to do is to go to settings. So I will show you this really quick. Go to settings, scroll down to shortcuts, and then turn on private sharing. Now you can tell them that they can turn this off after they've installed your shortcut. This is just so that they can actually install your shortcut, because if this is off, then they will not be able to install your shortcut. So they need to turn that on to be able to install it, and then they can turn it off once it's been installed. Of course, they need to have the Shortcuts app as well, so you need to let them know that they need the Shortcuts app. So for example, here in my planner, you can see that I actually wrote it right here at the very beginning, and you could create something similar to this. So it says, if you'd like to use the Apple Calendar links in this planner, please install the Creatively Claudia shortcut on your Apple device. So I tell them to first go to settings on your device, then go to shortcuts, and enable private sharing. You can disable it after installation. Then install the shortcut below. So here is where I've created the link. As you can see, I've actually created the link right here. This is my iCloud link that you will get once you click right here on share and copy iCloud link. So that is what they click on, and then they go through the process of installing it. And then once it's been installed and it's actually in their Shortcuts app, like it will actually be right here. So once they install it, they're gonna see this same exact or your same exact shortcut in their iPad or Apple device. So for example, those who have purchased my digital planner and have set up the shortcut on their Shortcuts app, they have this right here because I've created it and I've shared it with them so that they can use it with their planner. So I hope this wasn't too confusing, and I hope you kind of have an idea of how to use this and what exactly you need to do to create it. So now I'm going to show you the Google Calendar link, which is way easier. And so let's get into that. Okay, now for the Google Calendar links, I'm going to actually show you. It's super easy. Your customers or yourself, you don't have to do any type of installation. You just add the link, and again, you're gonna have to do this one by one with all of your links, with all of your dates. So I'm gonna show you the link right here. So that's when they click on the Google Calendar links. So this is what the link looks like. You can again take a screenshot and write it down, copy it. But basically it's just https://calendar.google.com/calendar/u/0/r/event edit ? action equals templates and dates equals. Now this is the part that you need to change right here. So this little part right here, which is the dates. So what I did to make this process way quicker is I just copied the whole entire link and I added the link to each of my buttons that I wanted to add the link to, and then I went in and edited the date really fast. So the first date is actually going to be the date of the actual date that you're clicking on, and then the second one is just going to be the next day. For example, if I click yes, it's going to open right up on the date. So I'm already signed into my Google account, so you can see here that it opened up right on June 26th, which is what I had right here. So for example, let me go to July 1st. If I click on Google Calendar link, you can see here that it's 2023-0701 because I want it to open June 1st. So the whole entire link is exactly the same. What changes is the date at the very end. So once you open it up, you can see that you're redirected to the actual date, which is July 1st, as you can see right here. And that is how that works. And this one is way simpler. You don't have to create a shortcut. You just add the link. So then you can go ahead and add whatever it is that you want to add it. However it is that you want to add it, you can create little icons, or I was actually planning on having them click this, but then I decided that I wanted to include both in the planners, so I decided to make them look like this. So that's basically how that works. I really hope you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave comments down below because I know this can be confusing. It took me forever to create this and actually figure this out on my own, so I totally understand if this is confusing, and I hopefully did my best with trying to explain it and teach it to you. But I think you can get this done and create it and recreate it on your own so that you can add this to your planner. And that is all for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. I really hope this video helps you, and I hope you can create some digital planners that have links in them. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe so that I can provide you with more content like this. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day and happy planning.